Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts. We are here with the Season 2 finale of Generator Rex. It's crazy to say that because I started Season 2 a long time ago, over a year ago, and then I stopped early on in Season 2, and then I finally picked up the show a few months back. And now we're here with the Season 2 finale of the show, and we have, of course, all of Season 3 to get to. So we still got some more story to go. But yeah, it's crazy to say that because you never know what to expect when it comes to a season finale of these shows. And with Generator Rex, I'm not sure what to expect, but I'm expecting something big because it's a season 2 finale. We have another season coming, so there's probably going to be something here. Who knows? But I'm expecting a big episode for sure. So we ended last episode with Rex being 6 years ago Rex. Like, we didn't get his memory back, and I said in the video it was a bold decision to do that because the thinking is, well, a lot of these shows, whenever these kind of storylines happen, they automatically get their memories back, or so maybe at some point he will, but they made the decision to destroy the machine, so they're gonna have to basically train and basically help Six relearn who he is, or maybe this is going to be a new version of Six moving forward. Like, it's not going to be the exact same person, but he's going to have some similar qualities like he did when they reverted his memories back 6 years ago, but he's more hard edge and everything, and he had more emotions when it comes to Dr. Holiday and stuff, and being more open about his, I guess, thoughts on her and stuff, and how pretty her hands are and all that stuff, and him and her and Haiti, he said somewhere like on the beach or something, right? Like, it was just something. It's just like, okay, and then move on. So I don't know what to expect from here. So without further ado, let's get into now. Let's check out this episode, guys. Let's see what happens, and yeah, not sure what's gonna happen here. Let's get into it. Let's see what they do with what they do. That's what I'm trying to say. The season 2 finale of Generator Rex. It's been a day. Okay, let's get into it. Let's go.
Who's up for a burger? Anyone? Tough crowd.
Oh. What's that machine on her? Oh. Aw. Something's up with that machine.
What's with the new toy, Breach?
Oh, wait a minute. Holy shit.
Six?
That's a T-Rex.
This isn't an Evo.
So make way, stop revolution. Holy shit.
Have fun.
Good luck fighting a T-Rex, guys. Oh. Oh.
Easy for you to say.
This is crazy, dude. Oh.
Van Kleis has really stepped up his game.
That's not good.
Fan talk. How do we stop it? We have to bring her over to our side.
The only way she's
How?
coming here is if she does it willingly.
Something's wrong with White.
Oh, that. He's always like this, Six.
No, this is different.
What you doing there, buddy?
I built it.
Oh, he's just showing up. Okay. Dude, that's crazy.
This is unacceptable, Breach. Think of what I'm trying to achieve here. I cannot fail.
Dude.
Is he even noticing how you're tearing yourself apart for him? Have you ever heard him say thank you?
No, not once.
He's hurting you.
It's not
100%.
real.
It
Can't
is.
hurt you if it isn't real.
You've no doubt seen our little experiment.
Yes,
Breach
he
shows
has.
great promise. She just needs a little fine-tuning. Remove our guest so we can continue. Practice
Oh.
makes perfect. Or in your case,
Ooh.
find her. Now!
I need to know if I can trust you.
You can.
You can trust
Yes.
me.
This is where the stillness comes from.
Stillness. What?
I need you to see it.
A test.
Do you want to understand?
Yeah, this is
Ah,
odd.
what happened? You sure know how to pick 'em.
Yeah.
What kind of tripped out dimension is
yeah.
this?
Where on earth have you been?
We're on Earth.
Apparently
I
every
mean,
place
everywhere.
I need to know you can handle this.
I can't bring Breach back to Providence. White would just lock her up and that won't help.
Where will you take her?
He says he's making progress.
Yeah, he does.
The
And he's
committee is
trying.
losing confidence. They want results.
So,
So.
don't like bowling, huh? doing what we're not supposed to is part of the job. French fry? Do you remember anything from before you changed?
I remember everything. And nothing.
Naturally. I'm not going to pretend I understand you. But I can help.
Can't stop it!
Let me try.
Careful, careful. Oh, shit.
Get us out of here, anywhere.
Well. Oh. Bowling balls. Perfect. Careful, careful. That's such a crazy visual, man. I didn't expect this episode to be really Breach-centric, but here we are.
I'll give you my word. If you come back to Providence, I promise no one will hurt you. I bet my brother has already figured out how to turn that thing of yours off.
What are you doing here?
Guys. No, no, no!
He almost
Do you
got
have
her.
any idea what you just did? Breach, wait!
Damn it.
Agent 6? I wanted to believe you, Rex, but this is too important. She can't be controlled.
Control.
Settle down, Breach.
Van Cleis isn't to touch her.
If you had any idea what I was trying to do, you might even welcome it.
Enlighten me.
Enlighten you?
Oh, shit.
The name's Six. We've met.
No.
Don't remember.
Exactly. Damn. Come on.
You're just using her.
Of course I am. She knows it.
You both lie. Neither is real.
Breach, I'm sorry.
You just handed her a loaded gun.
And now it's her choice how to use it.
Oh, it's a time one.
First time traveler. You should be honored.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Van Cleis made it like this so I wouldn't send him away. I don't know if any of this was real.
It
It
okay.
was nice having a friend for a while.
Rex of Providence, do you copy? Oh, Rex of Providence, you better be there. Guys, what's going on?
Yeah, what's going on?
Breach just sent me to Nowheresville. Nothing to freak out over.
You didn't tell him?
Our orders were just to bring him back.
You've been gone for 6 months.
6 months?
6 months?
So this is technically the future. Tell me what's going on here.
It would be better if I showed you.
Love what you've done with the place.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rex. It was a little bright for my taste.
Huh?
He attempted a hostile takeover and failed.
Hostile take
Can I
what?
get you anything? Change is never easy. But from what I understand, you've handled situations like this before. You'll call me Black Knight.
Okay. What in the hell is going on? So Rex time traveled 6 months into the future, and no one is there except for Rex's brother, and now Rex. Everyone else that we recognize in terms of Holiday, Bobo, it seems, Six, White Knight, they're all gone. But why? Exactly. But, okay, I'll talk about more of that in a second, because I want to talk about the majority of, like, the kind of the focus of the episode. I figured that Van Cleis was going to be, like, in the episode. It's in some capacity. Because it's season 2 finale. Van Cleis is, of course, throughout, you know, each season or whatever. But I figured as much. He's probably going to be the focus. Now, I was going to be surprised if he wasn't in the episode, but I'm thinking he's going to be somewhat prominently featured or something. He's going to make an appearance, my guess. But I was surprised that Breach was the main focus, because Breach has now a new device on her that basically Van Cleis is trying to control and basically force her to start doing more with her powers. Her powers are very, like, powerful, the breaching and everything, and sending everybody through places. And we saw where she was taking Rex a couple places, which is like, I don't think we're on Earth right now. Like, some of these places, like, where they're standing on, like, you know, very, like like the ground is covered in the water, but there's like, it's a weird visual, and then she's holding him, and there's like these floating giant objects and stuff, and there's like this galaxy swirling. I'm like, what the hell is going on? But he's forcing her to start doing time travel breaches. She brings forth a T-Rex, which was crazy, but it only lasted for 2 hours, and then it reverted to its actual like age, so it disintegrated into sand, to dust. But she was able to bring forth a T-Rex, an actual T-Rex, not an Evo, a T-Rex, which is cool. And it's like a golden kind of breach look. Now, my question, when he was sent through, where did Breach go? Because she was also in the force field of that time, you know, capsule, whatever, that she built around that little kind of area. And also Van Cleist was taken too. So where was he sent, right? Van Cleist must have been sent somewhere, because she sent him away first. But then there was that force field of some time energy or whatever, and then they both were displaced. We don't know where she went. But we found out, of course, he was moved 6 months later somewhere on Earth. I'm not sure how I feel about the new organization Providence. My guess is that they're not the same Providence anymore. Like, it's clear. The like Black Knight, they have like these new like soldiers. Like, there's someone wearing the same outfits, but there's now like ones like these different kind of more like stealth kind of outfits or whatever. I'm assuming this is like Providence is evil now, or like they're perceiving the public to say, oh, it's still the same Providence, but secretly they're evil and shit, and they have different morals and different motives, if you will. That's my theory, right? Because why would White, and I'm guessing everyone else a part of, you know, the show in terms of Bobo, you know, Six, Hot to Holiday, what exactly was he trying to overthrow? My guess is they were trying to force him out and force Providence go in a different direction. He probably was trying to stage a what is it called, a coup or whatever, something like that. That's my guess. Something went down. I'm hoping we find out what exactly happened. I'm guessing we will. We have a whole nother season to get to. So, Breach is an odd character, but I really appreciated what they did with her in this episode, because she is being tortured by Van Cleist, and Rex is trying to be, you know, trying to be there for her. He's also kind of, you know, conflicted a little bit, because because she is strange. She also kidnapped him at one point, right? And forced him to be in her little like world that she built or whatever, where she like took away a whole town or whatever. That was a crazy whole reveal and everything for her. But for her to basically kind of question, if I don't even know if this is all real, like what is real? And then he even asked, do you ever remember anything before you became an Evo, before you became who you are, Breach? Like, do you remember who you were? I remember everything, but I remember nothing. And I really do think I think the reason why Breach probably has conflicting thoughts, or doesn't really give an answer to certain things, in terms of like, I remember everything, I remember nothing. And I don't even know if any of this is even real. I think it's because she is so broken mentally, probably physically too, because we're just now really seeing in this episode, and a little bit in the past, where Van Cleist is forcing Breach to use her abilities. Like, the episode prior we saw her before, which was the return of Quarry and everything, and, you know, she told Quarry about that machine and all that, and, you know, she was basically being forced to use her powers more and more. Like, it was basically setting up, and it makes more sense now that we saw that episodes ago. He has basically been torturing her, forcing her to keep getting stronger, right? Because he has some sort of plan that he was trying to accomplish with her using time travel breaches. So to have a conversation with her is not going to really be helpful. It's also going to be very conflicting, because she doesn't really know what's real. She doesn't like, you need to see it, Rex. Like, I don't know what you're really talking about. You need to see it. And I think it's because she's broken. And this is why she acts the way she does. And as we've continued through the show, it's gotten worse and worse. Or at least, because a lot of times when we see Breach, we don't really get to hear a lot of dialogue, a couple lines here or there. We don't really have a lot of focus on her character that much. When we learn more about her character, or at least perceive more information based off what she's kind of telling us. But then now she's contradicting herself here, right? I remember everything. I remember nothing. Is any of this even real? Like, what is real? What isn't? And then you sort of think, okay, does she even perceive anything she's been doing with Van Cleist and all this stuff that's been happening since the show started, and even before the show started, timeline-wise? Has she always perceived everything as not really real, or like what exactly is going on in that head of hers? And the answer is we probably don't know. So my guess is we're probably never really going to truly know, and I think it's one of those mysteries of the show we're probably never really going to fully understand, is Breach. And that's fine. I like mysteries within shows that stay mysteries. I don't need to know everything and learn everything about her character, but I do like that we got to explore more of her in this episode and Rex trying to be there. Now, understandable why White Knight, and Providence showed up to basically try to ruin everything that Rex was trying to do up to that point, and, basically try and take things into his own hands, because he's being forced to do it. Because I'm pretty sure that was the woman he was speaking with that is now taking over Providence now in the flash forward, right? Black Knight. I'm assuming that was her. I don't think her name's Black Knight. I think she's just like, okay, I think the white aesthetic is too much. He was white, White Knight. So I'm the Black Knight. I don't know. I do like her design though. And I don't know who's voicing her, but she sounds great. But I like the design of the character. But it's clear as day, evil. Clearly evil. So we're probably going to uncover and unfold that a little bit. So, yeah. This episode was intense. And I'm expecting hopefully some good shit coming next season. Because now that Providence is now shifted, Six is not himself anymore. But the hope is that Rex will basically secede, or that's probably not even the right word, basically just leave Providence and join because I'm assuming there's probably some sort of like group or something that Wyatt has formed, or maybe he gets everyone together, right? Maybe they all disbanded or all left because of what went down in terms of like the overtaking, and Rex basically brings them all together to try to fight back against Providence. Maybe. That's just a theory. No clue, right? But, I mean, clearly something has to happen, because this is not the same Providence that we've been knowing. Now, understandable, as I'm saying that there's some evil shit, White Knight has never been really evil, but he has been an ass, and he has been rough around the edges, and he has made questionable decisions. He also was the same guy during, what was it, episode 17, I believe, yeah, where it was the party episode, and he, like, stopped them from firing their guns, the bullies or whatever that were there for the party. He's like, yeah, I'd rather you guys die than us. Like, he would rather sacrifice them to the Evo, which we haven't seen, right? It's been 2 episodes since. No mention, nothing of that new guy, that new Evo character that was going against Van Cleist. The whole point of his thing was to get back at Van Cleist. So, I wonder if we're going to see him again. I'm assuming we will. I mean, you literally set up to where he's going to be sticking around, or at least he's going to be in alliance with them. But yeah, but White Knight, he has made some questionable decisions, but I never really perceive him as an evil individual. He's just has a different viewpoint than everyone else, right? And they've, of course, disobeyed orders, but he ultimately, like, lets it go. Like, he even knew that Rex was having a party 2 episodes ago, so he's like, whatever. Like, I think he knew the whole time, but yeah, it is what it is. This was a very good finale, right? And yeah, that definitely is a crazy setup. Now, I wonder why Rex's brother's still there. Like, if everyone else, like, basically tried to overthrow... Well, she said specifically White Knight tried to overthrow. Well, if that's the case, why is he still there? Why is Rex's brother? Was he given more of an opportunity? Was he given more of an incentive to stick around? Like, he really doesn't have an allegiance with the rest of them versus his brother, so I guess I get that. But I would have thought he would not have been either. But I guess they had to have some character there besides just some random Providence agent telling him this, because all they did was pick him up and take him in the ship and take him back to HQ or whatever. Well, they probably had to have somebody to explain, you've been gone for 6 months. Now, I think it would have been more interesting if we did like a year time jump. I wonder why it was 6 months specifically. Maybe because we didn't want to age up the characters too much, but I think it would have been interesting if we did like a year or 2 years later. Like, I wonder what that would have done to the show a little bit, is we have a 2-year time jump, but maybe 6 months. Maybe there's a reason why it was only half a year versus a year or 2 or more. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. What a crazy way to end season 2. But yeah, I hope we get us some answers in terms of where Breach went, where Van Cleist went, what's going on. We're getting the band back together. What's going on? So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.